Hi, I'm Melissa Clark from the dining section. Traditional pulled pork involves a 7-pound bone-in pork butt. It takes all day and feeds 14 people. But sometimes you want to be able to make a smaller batch. So instead of starting with an entire pork butt, which by the way is just another name for the pork's shoulder, I went to the store and I got a 3-pound pork shoulder roast. It's the same meat, without the bone, a little bit smaller. Usually when you buy a shoulder roast, it's been tied up. This makes it easier to roast. But since we're not going to roast it, we're going to slow cook it, I'm going to cut apart the strings. Now I'm going to make a spice mixture to rub all over the pork. I've got some toasted ground spices, brown sugar, dry mustard powder, really good chili powder, and salt. For the exact recipe, go to nytimes.com/dining. At this point, you could cook the pork right away, but if you have time, it really does get better if you let it sit out for an hour or two. Or make this the day before, stick it in the fridge, and marinate it overnight. When you're ready to cook the pork, you want to do it in a 300-degree oven for 3 to 4 hours. It has to be really tender at the end so that you can just pull it apart. That's why it's called pulled pork. While that's in the oven, you should make the barbecue sauce. This barbecue sauce is tangy. It is sweet, but it is very spicy, which is how I like it. I've got ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, dry mustard powder, paprika. You can use sweet or hot. I'm using hot, cayenne, and molasses. Now I'm going to add some hot sauce to taste. You just want to simmer this together for about 15 minutes. It's going to start to thicken, and then it's going to change color and turn a little bit darker brown as the sugars caramelize. So this is what the pork looks like when it comes out of the oven. It roasted for about 4 hours, and then I let it cool for about an hour. If you want to be delicate about it, you could use 2 forks and use the forks to kind of rip the meat apart. But really, where's the fun in that? Now I'm going to add the barbecue sauce. I'm going to add it a little bit at a time because I don't know that I'm going to use all of it. It depends on how moist the pork is and how much sauce there is. This amount of pork will feed 8. You could serve it traditionally in a hamburger bun or a soft roll, maybe with some coleslaw on top if you like. Or, you could just eat it with a fork.